I started off my career very early. I didn't give a gap between my exams and starting off the career. Apart from fashion designing, this is one thing that I'm good at. That is people. They have an idea, they have a brilliant idea, but they don't know how to execute it. And it's a kind request that don't doubt yourself. To all the women out there, don't doubt yourself. Just time is very less for us to reach to that point. There are several other competitors who might grow overnight.
Success isn't always about making money. Sometimes it is about making changes in people's lives. Hi, I am Kirti Prasad and welcome to CEOSquare Unplugged. Today we have this amazing woman who is working towards making changes in the startup incubator. Hi Indu, welcome to CEOSquare.
Hi, Kirti.
How do you feel?
It's great. It's good to be part of CEOSquare as of now.
I can say that. So, Indu, I know who Indu is. We have had our talks and I know you in person, but our people might know who you are. So, who is Indu? What's your journey?
Okay, Indumathi Murthy. Yeah, that's my name. I would always love to take Murthy in the last. It's my father. Though I'm married, I want to continue, taking my dad's name always. So there are some reasons. I don't want to talk about it as of now. But yes, born in Chennai, but hardcore Bangalorean. My studies, I've grown up in Bangalore. I know the loops and corners of Bangalore. So you can say I'm a prodigy of Bangalore. And being part of Bangalore is one of the best thing to learn many languages. I can speak all the South Indian language. That is one of the add-ons for being in Bangalore. Journey, if you ask me about my journey, it's a bit complicated as well as it was easy. Yes, a girl born with silver spoon, but there were times that we had taken a little back over, and that's where all this started actually. My education took a stall. I had to decide from my passion to something that is going to help me. So my passion was for fashion designing. My parents are from garments background. It was fashion designing that was there in my mind all time. But because of the financial conditions, I had to leave the passion, take up management studies, studied management in Bolwins, Bangalore. So that's where all this management, leadership, talking in front of people. I was not a person who used to talk in front of people, I mean, back then. But now, you see, I am talking. So it all started from this college. Things changed when I started my graduation, and gradually everything changed among me. Okay. It was this small change that happened. There's life also changed along with it. Then comes my right after my graduation, I didn't pursue my PG just because I wanted to support my family. I started off my career very early. I didn't give a gap between my exams and starting off the career. So that was the turning point for me. I started off as a recruiter, just a recruiter. Then I went on to learning and development, operations head, and now here the CEO of Incubation for Bangalore Center. So, in short, this is my journey. Apart from this, there are a lot to go.
So, Indu, you mentioned IncubeNation. You are the CEO of IncubeNation. What is IncubeNation and what does IncubeNation do?
Okay, Incubation, it's a place for a startup to grow. The name itself says what we are trying to do, incubating the nation. So, what we are looking forward to do in the near future is to make sure that we incubate as much as possible startups that is there in India. Our goal is to actually concentrate on Indian startup companies. We will be helping them in terms of, right from the stage of seeding till they grow up. Okay, until they increase their own valuation, we help them in terms of working. So that's what IncubeNation is doing as of now. So why IncubeNation, if you ask me? Like I said, I've been into management. That's where I found, apart from fashion designing, this is one thing that I'm good at. That is people, being with people, mentoring people. So mentoring people is one and foremost thing for me to be part of IncubeNation. So IncubeNation is different from other incubators in India, because most of the incubators, what they do is they just provide assistance. Okay, uh, they're gonna take up a startup. They're gonna just tell this is how it has to go. We'll give you this sort of support. That's all. But here in IncubeNation, what we do is we are not just supporting about their idea, we are just creating their idea to be better. So how is it for you? I'll ask you one question. There are days that you might feel very low, you're lost, whether it's your studies or your career, whatsoever that is, you're lost. And all of a sudden you come up, you find a person who's going to help you. How is it for you?
Helpful, but then a little nervous.
Okay, when you're lost, what do you do?
Seek help.
Seek help. Whom do you seek?
The person who can help with that. Particular.
Someone with whom you're comfortable with. Okay, when it comes to startup, there is nothing as such. In all these years, uh, there are so many startups in Bangalore. Okay, in Bangalore itself, this area is filled with startups, but still not all the startups are actually recognized. The reason being is simple, because they have an idea, they have a brilliant idea, but they don't know how to execute it. That's where Incubation comes in place. We will help you build your idea better. We help you in terms of executing it and then walking towards all the challenges hand in hand is what Incubation. So this is something that I felt, okay, this is where my place is. This is how my journey is going to be for the next few years. And rather than supporting people, no, I can mold people's life better. So that's the thing I found in Incubation. And I was so happy when this came to my hand by Mr. Shafi Shaukat, the founder of Ique Ventures, because Incubation is one of the project by Ique Ventures. Right.
Okay. Indu, what are some key resources that Incubation provides to help startups scale successfully?
Okay. Like I said, mentorship is one and foremost thing that we provide in terms of helping the startups, because not everywhere you get it. So we will be providing an proper mentorship for you to, right from the stage of writing your plans and then executing it. Apart from that, we also provide dedicated networks. Networking is one of the options, because for startups, networking is very important, without which it's not going to be so successful, right? Networking is another one thing, and dedicated resources. We also help you in terms of human resource and manpower for you to at least make sure the initial stages is being crossed by your startup company. These are some of the foremost things that we provide for any startup which is going to sign up with us.
Indu, you're a female leading a great platform like this, Incubation. Do you think there is less women entrepreneurs in the society? And if yes, why are there less women in the industry?
I wouldn't say less women, but considerably, we have our own challenges. We women, though, after all these years, after all the struggles that we have gone through, we have reached to this place. But still, there are so many things that is putting us behind. To be very honest, there are few things that is happening right now in my life which is also holding us back as a woman. And it's not just that the support has to come from every side. In fact, it's not about your family or the married family you're getting into or the society. It's together. Only if all this is coming hand in hand, a woman can come out, work peacefully, or reach out to the dreams that she's looking up. Over the years, actually, government also has bought up so many things in life, actually, in terms of providing the startup fundings. Last, I think, 2023, there is a government grant which was provided for women entrepreneurs, okay, starting off from 1 lakh till 10 lakhs. Even if it is your very small business, government is helping you. So I would say that we are going there. As a women, we are going there. But there are still the challenges. The support system should be better. It is always the women mostly. I'm not generalizing that only women has to go through all this, but mostly women are the ones who are supposed to take care of the household when it comes to the baby and all of this. Okay, there was a small incident. You must have seen on Instagram a couple of weeks back, an RPF force female police officer
With a child.
with a child, right? So why? Why is it only a woman's work to take care of a baby? Why not it's the husband? Why not it is the family? You should stop being inside that shell. You have to come out of it. Only then, what we are right now, we can achieve more. Actually, we can achieve more when we can manage the finances at home, when we can manage the household things. Definitely women can manage companies, and I am one of the example right now,
True.
because for me to be in this position, it was not easy. Yes, I had my chunks of breakdowns, I had my problems to come up till there. My career took a stall in between. I had to choose between my family and my career. 3 years I was in a stagnant place, and then yeah, the support system gave it to me. My husband was one of the support system. He told, yes, this is the time. Just go ahead, go. You have a position. Go for it. Yes, that's how it changed. So I actually would take this moment to appreciate all the men out there who are giving this chance for the women. It's also my director, my founder of Ique Ventures, who also gave me this opportunity actually to lead this company and work. And yes, the respect is coming. People are respecting women and women's empowerment. This will change, expecting for it to change. And it's a kind request that don't doubt yourself. To all the women out there, don't doubt yourself. Just go with the flow. You'll get your doors open soon.
Yeah, I hope. And do you think incubation can help or like make any changes in this situation? Not only in this situation, generally, is it possible that incubation can make a lot of changes in this industry?
Definitely. That's where we are looking at. We are looking at the changes. Incubation itself is the change, because the first and foremost thing about incubation, we are not industry agnostic. Okay, we are not going to judge your idea. We are not going to comment about what sort of idea you have, which industry you're coming from. But definitely we will be accepting if this idea is something that we can work upon, and you have the urge to work in that idea. So there are several people who have reached it. Yesterday, just yesterday, I had one person who's a 17-year-old who came up to us with an idea, and I was very happy that 17-year-old came up to us.
A 17-year-old.
Yes, that's the thing about incubation. We do not judge them in terms of their age, their idea, whatever it is. I don't want to spell it out, but anything. We don't judge them. We are here to mentor you. So if I judge, I'm not a mentor. And mentors should never judge. A mentor should help you grow with what you have and tell your flaws. That's all. Not judge, tell your flaws. Help your flaws. So this person came up with a very nice idea. we might be working towards developing his idea. I don't want to tell it over here. So this is one of the instances why people should think that other incubators are different from incubation. Incubation itself is completely a new idea where we are not judging anyone.
Indu, if one of our audience want to register in Incubation, what is the process? How do I apply for Incubation?
So you can browse Incubation website. We have an application form. You just have to fill the application form, or you can call the hotline number which is there in the Incubation portal. We have our Instagram. Whichever possible ways, you just have to fill in your details, your idea. If you have a pitch deck, please add that, or if you have a business idea, please include that. All this information is more than enough for us to reach you out. Within 2 or 3 days, as soon as we get your application form, there is a team which will reach out to you, which will invite you to an one-on-one meeting, a review meeting, then a brainstorming session. This is the process. If you want to register or if you want to apply, you just have to go to www.incubnation.com.
So, Indu, I am very curious. You work for corporate for a decade, I guess. So, what's the major changes or what's the major difference from working for a corporate and to building a startup?
Yes, that was a long time that I've been with corporate. I've worked for a number of companies, and all these companies are actually well settled ones. They are in the industry for more than 10 years or 12 years, and these companies have, a proper structure. Most of the corporate, one thing you see is that a structure. Things go 1, 2, 3. That this is how it is supposed to go, and that's how it will go. There are several layers in corporate. If you see, there are so many layers. If I have an idea, and if I'm pitching it to someone who's above me, it will take 1 week for me to get back and validation whether I can go forward with that idea or I have to stop that. That's a long time. 1 week is like a long time in corporate life. It's not good. But if you're seeing, startup, it's not the case. Uh, Changes is always constant in startup. We quickly have to adapt to whatever that is happening because, you know, life is moving fast. Time is very less for us to reach to, that point. There are several other competitors who might grow overnight. That's the thing about startup. Today, it's my idea, and the very next day when I wake up, there is someone else in the
Having the same
industry
idea.
have the same idea. So I got to be very fast. I have to be, as a startup, I have to keep updating myself, available for the changes is very important and crucial. Be fast. This is the major difference that you will see in corporate and in startup. The change, the time, and being fast, lightning fast. They say lightning fast, no? That is one important thing that you should have in startup. But corporate, a bit slow over the period of time. It's very slow. I had my piece of, my life stopped there. There was nothing for me to grow over there. There was nothing for me to learn. But in startup, it's not like that. And 17-year-old, 14-year-old can become a CEO. It's not that the person has to study for so many years. The person has to learn all these things. But the person becomes a CEO. If that's the thing, that's the wonder about startup actually. This is one of the differences which I see between corporate and startup.
You mentioned a 17-year-old you met yesterday, but then there is a lot of youngsters or like general people who are like afraid to come a friend and approach startups or like embrace their ideas to become an entrepreneur. How do you see it? How do you value it? What do you have to say about that?
Yes, that was there before, but I don't think so. All this young who are little younger than me uh, have this problem right now. There is a very less number of people who are not open about their ideas, because most of the schools and colleges have started up this TED talks, podcasts. They have their own radio channels. All this is helping, but yes, there are few people who are outdated, who are not ready to come up front. They have the fear. It's because of the society, or it's because of the family or the upbringing. They hold on to their thought process. If you see most of the startups that is there are so many people who must have thought about that idea, but they didn't come up front to think of it. If you come up front, Incubation is one platform where we encourage it. That's why I said we don't judge you on any basis. That is why we have Incubation in place, so that nobody is being judged. You're free to tell your ideas, because most of the time when you're saying some idea to anyone, okay, if they start judging you, do you think you will talk to them? You will share your ideas, or you will share your thought process? No, right? So that's why Incubation has this strong policy about not being judgmental. Okay, we are not going to be judging you in terms of the idea, your age, your category, whatever that is. Okay, it's just, if you have the urge, we will help you. That's what all the young ones have to do, because now it's not like before. I might sound a little cringe, but it's not like before. We have opportunities. You get to learn more. Social media is there. You have several opportunities. People are giving TED Talks about so many things. There is podcast, shorts. So many things are there for you to learn. But you have to learn the right thing, leave the bad ones, and then reach out to the right people. You should start analyzing where I have to go, what I'm supposed to do. Then your idea, whatever that is webbed in your head, will be clarified. So you'll be able to move forward better. What they have to do more is, my personal opinion is, start reading. Reading is the best thing that you could do. And start sharing your knowledge. If you don't share your knowledge, even if it's the smallest thing, start sharing it. When you start sharing the knowledge, you'll actually make wonders. The other person will share something else. If it's a group, there are multiple people who are going to share some details, and you'll be able to grow. That's what you have to do as a youth. All just you have to do is speak, read, challenge yourself about good things.
Okay, Indu, this whole incubation and Indu talks are very like exciting. I wanted to ask, what is the future of incubation?
The future is in the name. It's incubating the nation. We are looking forward to make sure that India is being incubated in all terms. All the startups to be incubated in India. See, you see, Bangalore is the hub for all the startups. There are several startups that emerge from Bangalore. So we are working towards making India to be the startup hub. We are making sure that more and more ideas are encouraged. More new ideation stages are gone. They reach out to be funded. They work themselves. There's opportunity over here. India is the country of opportunity. So we are working towards providing this opportunity to everyone, and make sure that more funding happens to India in terms of developing the startups. That's where I'm seeing towards making sure that India becomes the hub for startup.
I hope we also can see that. And I am so happy that you are a part of CEOSquare Unplugged, because we have been known for so long that we have actually, Indu have shared all this with me even before coming to the podcast. And it's so nice to talk to you in a podcast and see the lady you are. see your visions and incubation. As you said, I hope it can make a lot of changes in the startup incubator. And thank you, Indu, for being a part of CEOSquare once again. Thank you for being here, sharing your thoughts and everything. As I mentioned before, that success is not only always making money, but it's about making changes in people's lives. And I hope you can make a lot of changes in a lot of people's lives. Thank you, Indu.
Thank you so much, Kirti, for today, and I hope this journey continues. You, as a female, person, is doing this podcast. I'm so obliged to be a part of it. Thank you so much, and we'll see soon.
Yes, we'll see you soon.